Hey Janie, this is Donnie, the Marketing Twins. Let me give you a quick tutorial on how to add photos to your site because I know from time to time you may want to do that. So I'm going to give you kind of a sense of if you wanted to try to put photos similar to what you've done here on your holiday party page. First off, you want to identify where your photo is. So save it to your desktop or save it to a folder, wherever you want to have it. For instance, I've got a holiday party photos on my site that was we used for your site, but let me show you kind of how to create that. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I've created a special page called Photo Test. If you're adding a new page or editing a current page, it looks you obviously can see it looks very similar to what you currently have. You want to be not in the HTML, but you want to be in the visual tab. So first off, make sure you're there. If you want to have any text, so just type that. So this is a photo test. Now, just like anything, if you want the photo to be in the center of the page, or you want it to, in this case, we had several photos, and the system just kind of, the site just kind of adjusts the 5 photos and puts them as many as they can across, and then they'll go to the next after that. So in this case, let's say we want to center these. So your cursor is right there. You can see it blinking. Click here to center that. Now, what you want to do is go right up here, and there's upload/insert, and you have an icon that says add an image. Here's one that's add video. Here's add audio, and then here's one that add media. The add media button is more of a catch-all for all of these. So you can either use that one for photos, or you can use this one, whichever one you want. It's an image or photo. So let's just say I click the add an image. From here, you can do a couple different things. One, we haven't, not on this tutorial, we will talk about the media library. But if you had items already in your media library, you could click here and see all the things in your media library. But in the cases where you have a new page that comes up, maybe you have a fall party or a summer party, and you have those photos saved on your desktop in a file or something to that effect. This is the tab that says from your computer. So you want to add the media from your computer. So select files. I've already got it pulled up so it comes up. And let's say we want to add that photo there. You can see what it does. Here is it loads it all up, crunches it down. I don't know what that means, but it's crunching. Now, from here, what I would recommend you do is on this title, this is the, if you hover over a particular picture, in this case, I think we took the titles out, but in some cases you can put the names of the people. So I can put Janie and friends. What I would say is if for some reason it comes up with the file name of the, like this kind of, that's a file name that your camera may assign it. If that comes up right there, I would change that or delete it off because you don't want to hover over that and see the file name. That looks kind of tacky, I think, and it doesn't look very professional. So whatever the title is, either leave it blank or Janie and type whatever you want to here. Now, once you've done that, I wouldn't necessarily worry about anything with a caption or description. You can center it. I think we've already set it to be centered, but it would go ahead and center for us. And then this right here is what you want to do. The picture that you're going to pull in automatically from your camera is a very large file. You can see if this was a full size, it would be 2600 pixels by 2000 pixels roughly. That is way too big of an image to be on your site at all times. It would, in other words, if somebody went to that photo test page, it would take a long time for somebody to open it, even on high-speed internet. With a dial-up, it could take a really long time, and you don't want your pages to bog down like that. In most cases, like we did here, you want somewhat of a thumbnail or smaller image, so it gives you some choices. It allows you to do a large one or a medium, and you can see the different sizes. So let's just select the medium. Here you insert, don't save changes, say insert to post. And you can see here that's a little bit larger than the one there. So let's say we go right after that and we want to do photo number 2, and it's going to take a little bit long. See, when these photos are this big, it takes even a while for it to load into your site there. So once it takes a little bit of time to load, and it's crunching, and you can see how it kind of puts the title here. So I'm just going to blank that out because I don't want the file name. This time I'm going to do a thumbnail so you get a sense for what it is a little bit smaller. So you can see the difference in size there. And I think on this thumbnail is similar to what we used here to accommodate to get all the pictures in there. A thumbnail, just like we've talked about before, is a great feature because you can still see enough of the picture and get 5 pictures on the page, but at any point, if you want to click on any image to enlarge, it's a real simple process. And obviously you couldn't have a large, if you put that whole original file size on the page, there's no way it would all fit. So that's why it's necessary to have these. And then once you've got it set the way you want to, you can update the page. Now, one little trick, if you click on it from here, and you can delete it there, but if you wanted to edit the image here, there's a little thing that you can do right here on the settings. This is if you ever wanted to change it. Now, you'd want to keep this proportionate, and this is where you have to kind of get a little math involved. But let's say you wanted to change it from to 200 to 131 or something like that. Do your math to make sure. You maybe say, well, let's drop it down about 50%. You can also adjust it here to see if you can go a little lower. You can also, if you put like a 2 here or a 1 here, this adds a border. So let's just put 2. And let's update that. You can see it kind of puts a nice little border. And I think we did that on some of them, not on all of them. But if you wanted to, kind of gives it a little bit of a different look. You would update the page then. Go to your photo test page. Let's update. And you can see here, it's a nice little border on that one. This one doesn't. But now you know how to put that on there. And again, on any of these pages, there's Janie and Friends. See how it pops up? Where this one doesn't have anything. If I wanted to, I could click on that, and it takes me to the original large image. And you'll know you're at the original large image. You can always right-click on an image and see the properties. You can see this is the original 26 by 2,600 pixels by 2,000 pixels. That's scaled down to this little version here, which is what you saw that we had on the site. And then this one's the little smaller one. So that's how you add photos to a page. Again, sometimes you want to have the border, sometimes you don't. And I believe the border, if you wanted to ever go in and change it to, again, you have to go to advanced settings. And see, now they've got the border already in there. This right here. I think if you, I'm not sure, I can try 5 pixels instead of 2. Let's update that. See, it's a little bit thicker. I don't know how high up you'd want to go with that. It might not look very good. I think you could even go down as low as 1. And scroll down to the bottom and update. And you see it's just a thin line. Now you want to, well, let's see, where's my page at? I seem to have lost my photo page here. I was going to show you what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Well, let's see, we can view the page from here. There's a little border, kind of gives it something, some borders to make the pictures look a little bit, stand out off the white background. So that's how you add photos to your page. And another tutorial, if you haven't already seen it, to learn about the media library and how that works. Okay, thanks.